we can be free. Hold it to the side, hold it to the side, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head, hold it to the side.
What's up, guys? It's Tiger here, and I'm going to be starting a new weekly series. This series is going to focus on 10 things that all gamers hate about a certain video game. This week we have Fortnite. 10 things all Fortnite players hate. Alright, before we dive into this video or its contents, first I would like to say that none of this is going to be in any specific order. It's just going to be random things that people hate about Fortnite. Some people may even like these things, glitches and exploits or whatever, but this is going based generally on what I've seen on Reddit posts, communities, so on and so forth. So not to start things off, we want to go with number 10. Teammates that do not help you. Now, this usually happens in duos or squads, although both of those game modes heavily rely on teamwork rather than 1v4ing or 1v2s or whatever you want to say. You know, just one man against the entire team. Now, I will say it is possible for one man to destroy a whole team, as you're going to see in this gameplay, probably. Can't promise that, but it is possible. And, you know, people do like to run off on you. So, when you're playing squads, just be cautious. Because your teammates, sometimes they may ditch you and leave you by yourself, and you could potentially get killed. Number 9. Teammates that go solo in squad, only to get killed, then miraculously scream at you. Now, we've all had our fair share of teammates that don't like to actually do what the game, you know, objective is. Some people like to go off and do things by themselves. Like when your team is supposed to land at a designated area only for that one guy to go off randomly by himself and end up getting killed, then scream at everybody else because they decided to make a really dumb decision. Number 8. Trolls. Some people in this game like to troll. Now, if you don't know what trolling is, I'm going to give a fine example of what happened to me before. Now, I played in a squad game. You know, what randoms feel, none of my friends were online, I was at home, and I decided to play a game, and this guy acted like he didn't know exactly how to revive me, and he kept saying, "How do I revive you?" Now, this action usually happens in almost every team-based game where there is a revive function, like Call of Duty Zombies, Payday, Rainbow Six Siege. What they like to do is wait until the meter of the, revive meter gets all the way to the very end, just to let go of the button, and then be like, "Oh, how do I revive you?" or something like that, only to ultimately let you die out. Number 7, loot mongers. Now, I don't know about everybody, but I can say a fair share of us have had that one teammate that just decides to steal most of our loot from us. Now, this is a very common occurrence because, you know, people are filled with greed, especially in a game where you have to find things like this one. Now, these people, they will follow you and take your weapon and then run off with it. And you can't ask for it back, and they may find it funny, or they will just simply not want to give you the weapon. Number 6, unregistered item pickup. Now, this is somewhat like number 5, but the only thing is, this happens in almost everything. It doesn't exactly have to be a teammate. It can be some guy you completely don't know, an enemy, whatever. So the way that this typically works is you can go to a big area like Tilted Towers, retail, salty, you name it. A main area, and I'm pretty sure that at least half of you watching this video have went to an area to try and pick up a weapon, only for an enemy to swoop in, take the weapon, although you've been spamming square on that weapon for a while, trying to get the registered pickup, but they swoop in, they take it, and then they kill you with it. And I can say that this does quite annoy a lot of people, such as myself, because I've had it happen to me a couple of times. Number 4, people that glitch. Although that glitching is prohibited in most games, if not all games, since it breaks the balance of the game and allows people to get an upper hand through an exploit that other people simply do not have access to. Now, if you're new to this game, or if you've been playing this game but you just simply don't know any exploits, there were an exploit by Salty Springs that allowed you to get under the map, and it would basically just ruin the game for everybody else. Now, glitches aren't exactly fun if you're using it to get an upper advantage on other players, but it's somewhat fun when you're using it for PvE purposes. So just try and, keep it around that. Number 3, the double pump. Now, the double pump was more or less not an exploit, considering that it was in the game for a while, but I guess you can't say that it was an exploit at the same time, because none of the developers at Epic Games decided, hey, let's put this in and intentionally have you to cancel out an animation. Now, the double pump exploit basically worked as it is. Now, you see this little item tab bar thing on the bottom right of my screen. Now, what people would do, they would pick up 2 pump shotguns, typically green pump shotguns, simply because of the damage on those. Now, normal pump shotguns do 95, and the green double pump, well, not double pump, but green pump shotguns, they do 195, and that's a lot of damage. Now, before people had guy-like accuracy where they were actually able to hit headshots for some odd reason with shotguns, there was this strategy. And what people would do, the exploit goes as follows. Now, you will have both of these shotguns lined up directly next to each other. Now, you'll shoot the first one, and you'll switch to the other one and shoot. Now, when you do this, it cancels out the animation of pumping the second shotgun. So basically, when you do this, it allows you to shoot a lot faster and put out a bigger deal of damage than what was originally intended by the developers. Number 2. For number 2, we have lagging teammates. Although this may not seem like a big problem, there's one major flaw with this. Now, it's one thing when your teammates get killed, but it's another when they lag out the game completely. When your teammate gets killed, they can actually help you by giving you specific callouts to where good loot is or enemies that you may have not spotted by yourself. Now, when teammates lag out, this is always problematic because you don't have access to, those resources like the callouts as you would normally if they were there. When you have teammates, it makes the game a lot smoother because you have something to rely on other than your own eyesight, because you're already pumping with adrenaline from the heat of battle, and your teammate, they don't really have that adrenaline considering that, they're dead. So they're able to actually give you a calm state with a call out. Number 1, PG-13. Now this one, well, I call it PG-13 for a reason, and I'm going to tell you why exactly. Now, although this may not seem like a big deal to most people, me and my friends, we encounter this a lot. Now, there's this one guy that we know, I'm not going to give his name away for obvious reasons. We play Fortnite quite a bit, and things get a little bit out of hand. Now, when we play Fortnite, this guy likes to scream in his mic. And this has happened with randoms as well, not just this guy in specific. And when I play with people, I usually don't expect them to, scream in their mic, but this is one thing that I do feel like needs to be fixed. I'm not too sure if there's a new option in the Fortnite Battle Royale edition, not yet exactly, considering that I haven't actually tried it. But what these people would do, they will start screaming in their mic when they're getting killed, as if they're actually dying in real life, which causes problems with you trying to concentrate, especially when you're in the middle of a battle as it is. Now, these people typically just have no chill and disregard for everyone else, and they just decide, hey, focus on me and not the fight that you're in currently. Then even if you are in a fight and they know this, they will still scream out to you for help, as if you're able to teleport there with instant transmission. And they will somewhat be salty if you let them die, but I mean, hey, you can't blame anybody if you couldn't get there, right? So that's going to be it for this week's video. Although I plan on keeping this short, I do think that there are a lot more things that people may find, hateful about Fortnite in general. But these things are just based on what I've seen on Reddit posts and social medias. Now, if you've liked this series, please let me know down in the comment section below. And let me know by comment, sub, and subscribing. Now, this lets me know if people want to see more of this series for whatever reason, and I will really appreciate if you guys actually leave me that information if you want to see more of this series. Because this is something new that I bring to my channel, and I want to know what you guys think of it. By any chance, if you have friends that play Fortnite, don't be afraid to let them know about this. I will really appreciate to have a bigger audience if you guys are able to help me out with just that simple task by letting people know hey, this is what's going on, because I'm going to be doing this on multiple games, not just Fortnite, but most of my gameplay is most likely going to be on Fortnite. So if you enjoyed, like, sub, share, subscribe, although I just said that twice, but whatever. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. I'm out. See you next week. Peace.